you embark on some adventures. Some of them don't quite meet your expectation. And on the other hand, others far exceed your expectations. Well, the story I'm going to tell you tonight captures both of those thoughts. You could say, I'm deluded to think it could be both underperforming and overperforming. Well, this is a story about going into thin air, our own thin air, because our family decided that we were going to do a backpacking trip for several days in the mountains outside Almaty. But we didn't want to go alone. We decided to go with another family that had 2 boys and 2 girls, and our boys at the time were 7 and 11. And so we were excited, we planned, we packed, we plotted our journey. In fact, my friend is an avid camper, and so he got us all hooked up. We had backpacks, each one weighing about 25 or 30 kilos, filled with tents and stoves. And of course, the kids got to carry the sleeping bags because they were lighter. And so we started on our journey. And I said, have you ever done this trail? And he's like, no, but I have GPS. I plotted it on my computer, and I know how to go. I earmarked it all, and we will be fine. I said, all right, let's go. So we started off, we're hiking, and if any of you are like me, I stopped often, and I was taking pictures of the trees, and then we came to a meadow, and it was green grass, and then there was white flowers, and yellow flowers, and pink flowers, and occasionally bursts and splashes of red. And so people were getting impatient with me because I'm taking so much time. And so we crossed the stream several times, and then we came to an important juncture in the trail. One trail went to the left and up this way. The other trail went to the right. Which was the main trail? We weren't sure. But my friend said, my GPS, I plotted the points. I think we should go this way. And I thought, maybe this way, but I said, yes, we will trust GPS. So we started hiking, following the trail. We go through the trees. We come out through some trees, and guess what? Our trail had disappeared into thin air. But will we go back? No, the trail soon will pick up again, we were sure. But we were deluded. The trail did not pick up again. So mind you, we've got little kids with heavy weights on their backs. So now not only are we climbing up steep, but now it's slanted like this as well. So we are clinging to plants and tufts of grass so that we do not slide down the embankment. Meanwhile, as we're in the midst of this, we carefully turn and look behind us, and across the valley on the other side of the stream, there's a group that was far behind us, are now on the same height as us. And as I'm looking, I can see, yes, they're progressing rapidly because there is a well-defined trail on their side of the stream. We are on the wrong side of the stream. But my friend goes, I think we can just keep going and we'll join up with them. And so we're all tired, and so we said, well, let's think about it. And just ahead, we saw a flat outcropping of rock because we're tired of clinging on for dear life. So we get to this rocky place, we set our backpacks down, we eat our lunch, and about the time lunch is finished, my backpack moves slightly on its own, not touching it. And as I reach for it, it takes another turn, and it stops momentarily. I'm like, oh good, I can get it. But no, it starts tumbling again, and it tumbles again and again down, out of sight. We're looking far down. We're like, oh no, there goes our food. There goes our tent. Where will it stop? I don't know. So now we have another decision to make. Do we go down to get it? Do we go back? We're like, we don't want to go back that way. So that my friend wants to plunge ahead with his 4 kids, and he takes my 2 sons with him. So my wife and I decide we will go down and try and find my backpack. So I take her backpack, put it on, and as we go down, we find a number of items that have spilled out of my backpack as it tumbled. One of them being these orange knives. Notice, luckily they're very bright orange. These are one of the few things I have that my dad gave me before he passed away, so it's very special. So I'm very glad that I found them. I was exhilarated, but still, no sign of the backpack, and I'm picturing in my mind tent, clothes, food, strewn in a stream, everything getting soaked. But right at the bottom as we get close, there's my backpack sitting there on a ledge, just about 10, 15 feet above the water. So I've collected a few items that fell out, check it out, and I'm like, this is it, it's still good, it made it. Now we try and rejoin with the rest. We yelled at them, hey, we found the backpack! No reply. Now my wife's getting worried. Is she ever going to see her boys again? I'm like, don't worry, we can make it. Now she's thinking, I'm deluded. This is more of a challenge than she signed on for. So we're climbing, we get up, we're going over rocks, our feet are getting wet in the water. And finally, they sent one of their boys back to make contact with us. So we're like, yes, contact. We're going to encounter them again. They're not lost. So we find them, and now we have a choice. We continue to go up the stream bed, or we go up the steep hillside. We decided to go up the steep hillside, figuring we could get more stuck if we keep up the stream bed. And so as we come up this rise, it finally starts to level off. There's grass, and there before us is a well-worn trail. Well, we should have been on at least 2 or 3 hours earlier. But no, we took a detour. And his boys, I'll never forget this image. His 2 boys go down, they kneel, and they literally kiss the ground. And then, civilization! And they're off. For the rest of our trip, we teased my friend about trusting GPS to get us where we needed to go. But that's not to tell you about the rest of the story of climbing into thin air, up the scree, where my wife is ready to give up and thinks she cannot make it. But that's a story for another day.